And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
No, check, Patrick!
Coming off play action, Lauletta. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go!
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Lucky 56. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, here's Lauletta. He'll let it go deep for... That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes there's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Switch gears. Gun! 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 Gun!
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara finding room at the 30. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
No, check, Patriot! Patriot! No, check that. We're going to Mike 52 right here. Detroit!
staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The play fake. Mason looking long for Thomas. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Mason. And he spins through. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 46.
Here we go now. 3.
On 1st down, they go option. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And who's got it? The Giants. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's the Giant way back out onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A toss out to Barkley. Room here to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Leopard! Tight end right. Detroit!
Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction. So now what can they do on 3rd?
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
A shotgun snap to Lauletta. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
What we got?
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's 3rd and short. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out. And who's got it? The Giants.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
First down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 2nd down, here's Lauletta. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
4 down. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 3rd down, Lauletta. And Ingram hauls it in. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw, Lauletta. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
He's going to get it running right. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal.
Hey, set. Green 39. Green 39. Hot. Hot.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Rosas puts this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
4 down. 4 down. Easy, easy. Check 4.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Foles. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
To the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move. To the right. 180. Hey, hey.
Here's Foles. Flush to his right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You got 4. You got 4. Go, go, go. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Check, 47.
Out of the gun, Lauletta. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Hey. All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now it's Lauletta. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
Here we go now.
Now a play fake, and it's Lauletta. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll let it, trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On second down, Kamara. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Kamara, try to run for it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Foles. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back look to throw here. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He got 29 yards that time. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
They go play action here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Black 99 Philly, here we go. Who got 17? Watch twist. Watch twist.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Now, check. Patriot! Patriot! Detroit! Detroit!
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Lauletta now on second. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Giants on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now here's Lauletta. And that is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Taking it about the 16. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Around the NFL, second quarter down in Tampa. And the Eagles out in front early. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, silent gold, silent gold. Set, ready to go. He's coming.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Let's go.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll look to throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. New York set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Set, 3-19. 3-19.
They begin with a run by Barkley. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Look at the spin. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
13.
They start the second half with Kamara, and he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Gold.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Be alert, be alert.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a pitch out to Kamara. Look at this spin.
Balance.
Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter.
Here we go. Boom, landed.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. He finds an opening past the 40. The 40. 30. Past the 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants add on to their lead. Well called, well blocked, and he just made a great play. As an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you it's not very good.
Here's Lauletta after the interception. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Rosas now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Hey, watch 13, watch 13. Hey, silent one. Right here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
180!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a 3-yard gain. And just like that, it's third down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
36. Gold. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Downton, hit. So we got man.
On third down, here's Kamara. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
What we got? Strong right. Watch the run. Hey, gold. Sound gold. Check 24.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
One. Single receiver. Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
One.
They'll look to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the break, aren't they?
Pushes over him.
No, that's just not right.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Hurry up. Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Green, 39.
From the gun, here's Lauletta. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Go.
A shotgun snap to Lauletta. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Taken in at the 22. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A give. This is Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
The Saints on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Foles. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
And he fires one incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Here's Foles. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Snags it for the pick. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
A handoff to Barkley. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, here's Barkley, and they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Here's a give to Barkley, and he'll get this one up to the 26. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Gun, 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 gun. All right, here we go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
And they'll try the air now with Lauletta. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Giants on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun, Lauletta. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And the Giants send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 33. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, a fourth-quarter score now from Tampa. And a 2-touchdown lead for the Buccaneers as they've just scored again. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hey, Silver.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Easy.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Read it well, and it's picked.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Right back to him on 1st down. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Giants, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will head home next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.